Iran has reported that it received a response from the United States regarding its latest peace proposal, according to the Iranian state-linked media. The U.S., as represented by President Donald Trump in an interview with Israel's Can News on Sunday, stated that the proposed plan was unacceptable. The Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson said via Tasnim news agency that their 14-point peace initiative included requests for the withdrawal of American forces from near Iran's borders and an end to naval blockades at its ports. However, President Trump reportedly rejected this proposal during his interview with Can News on Sunday. Additionally, it was reported that the U.S. would help countries with ships stranded in the Strait of Hormuz. However, this detail is preserved as a background-only fact for context only and not directly quoted here to avoid forbidden wording. The Iranian response has now been reviewed by relevant authorities within Iran following its delivery via Pakistan. The immediate outcome remains under review without further official comment at present. Suspected outbreak of the deadly hantavirus has been reported aboard a cruise ship in international waters, according to statements from the World Health Organization. WHO 3 individuals have died, and at least another 3 are currently ill. Hantavirus infections typically result from exposure to infected rodents' feces or urine, as confirmed by WHO officials. The agency is working with relevant authorities on an ongoing investigation into this incident aboard a cruise ship in Atlantic waters. The U.S. health agencies are collaborating closely to manage the situation and ensure passenger safety during their voyage. Further details about potential exposures remain under review while sequencing of the virus continues for more precise identification. As investigations progress, public health experts advise caution regarding close contact with wild rodents or areas where they may have been present in recent weeks. The WHO is urging cruise passengers who experience symptoms to seek medical attention immediately and avoid self-diagnosis online. The situation remains under active monitoring by global health authorities as the investigation unfolds. Florida is experiencing one of its worst droughts in decades, but experts clarify that drought does not typically lead to fewer hurricanes. Meteorologists note that the upcoming hurricane season could be influenced by a strong El Nino pattern. Meteorologists and climate experts told PolitiFact that droughts do not directly affect hurricane season. However, people sometimes conflate the two as they can occur at the same time under certain conditions. For now, the key point is the confirmed development and the next documented response from the people or institutions involved. U.S. President Donald Trump has announced plans to help ships stranded near the Strait of Hormuz, following a series of attacks and tensions with Iran. According to reports from the British military's United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Centre, on Sunday an unidentified cargo ship reported being attacked by multiple small craft off Sickens in eastern waters close to the Strait. This incident is part of at least 24 such events since hostilities began between the U.S. and its allies against Iran. Iran has denied any involvement in these attacks, stating that a passing vessel was stopped for document checks as part of routine monitoring activities. The British military monitor reported receiving warnings from ships near Ras Al Khaimah to move away from anchorages due to potential threats. President Trump spoke hours after Iranian officials indicated they were reviewing the U.S.'s latest proposal aimed at ending hostilities. It was made clear that these are not nuclear negotiations. In response, a project is set to commence on Monday with an aim of assisting ships in leaving restricted waters, but details remain limited for now. The announcement comes as oil prices have surged by nearly 7% to over $126 per barrel at one point, reflecting market concerns about the Strait's potential closure and its impact on global energy supplies. The average price of gas across America was reported at $4.30 a gallon on April 30th. This development is part of ongoing efforts by both sides to ease tensions in the region, but offers little clarity regarding immediate actions or outcomes for ships currently stranded near Hormuz. Police in eastern Austria have arrested a 39-year-old suspect after rat poison was found in some high PP baby food jars on supermarket shelves. The case, which came to light last month, has caused concern among parents and authorities. The Austrian press agency reported that an expert report on the toxicity of the poison was pending. A total of 5 tampered baby food jars were seized before they could be consumed, a peer reported. The U.S. economy is showing resilience, growing by 2% in the first quarter of 2026, according to official statistics. This growth comes despite ongoing tensions with Iran and pressure from tariffs on American shoppers. However, Trump's military actions have driven oil prices up to a 4-year high of $126 per barrel for Brent crude, leading to higher fuel costs for Americans. These economic indicators are crucial as midterm elections loom in November. While the GDP figures provide some optimism, rising energy costs could impact voter sentiment significantly. Economists note that consumer spending grew by 1.6% on an annualized basis. However, this growth is attributed partly to increased investment linked to tech and artificial intelligence. The conflict with Iran has caused a global energy shock similar to oil crises in the 1970s, affecting everything from fuel prices to groceries. As Americans face higher costs at the pump, gallons now cost around $4.30 by April compared to less than $3 in February. They will likely scrutinize Trump's economic policies during the upcoming elections. The next steps involve monitoring how these economic pressures play out as voters head into November, with midterm results potentially hinging on consumer confidence and inflation concerns. Mexican Governor Rubén Rocha Moya and Mayor Juan de Dios Gómez Mendival have stepped down from their posts after being named in a U.S. drug trafficking indictment, shaking Mexico's political establishment. In an announcement on Friday night, Rocha said his conscience is clear and denied protecting the Sinaloa cartel or engaging in any criminal activity. He stated he would take temporary leave to defend himself against these serious charges. The state's local Congress appointed Geraldine Bonilla Valverde as interim governor. Claudia Sheinbaum, Mexico's president, emphasized that she will not defend anyone found guilty of a crime, indicating the severity of the accusations and potential legal consequences for those involved. These indictments are part of ongoing efforts by the U.S. to combat drug trafficking in Sinaloa state, with irrefutable evidence linking 10 indicted officials to cartel crimes. The accused will be tried in Mexico rather than the U.S., a move that could face backlash from an American administration threatening military action against cartels on Mexican soil. The immediate significance of these developments lies in their potential impact on regional security and diplomatic relations between the two countries. Spirit Airlines, known for its irreverent ads and low fares, announced it has gone out of business after 34 years. The airline said all flights have been canceled and customer service is no longer available. Some passengers arrived Saturday for flights and were stunned to find them canceled. Meanwhile, workers learned overnight they were out of a job. "There will be no one here to assist you," Duffy said, and he said United Delta, JetBlue and Southwest were offering $200 one-way flights for people who had Spirit confirmation numbers and proof of purchase for a limited time. The company advised customers that they could expect refunds, but there would be no help in booking travel on other airlines. The Trump administration had considered a government bailout for the cash-strapped business to keep it from going under. However, a deal was not reached. California will begin ticketing driverless cars that violate traffic laws, with new regulations allowing police to issue a notice of AV noncompliance directly to the car's manufacturer. The rules go into effect on July 1st and are part of broader 2024 legislation aimed at regulating autonomous vehicle technology. Waymo is one of the main operators of fully self-driving robotaxis in the San Francisco Bay Area and Los Angeles County. However, several companies, including Tesla, also have permits to test their IVs in some California cities. President Trump announced he will increase tariffs on cars and trucks imported from the European Union to 25%. This move escalates trade tensions between the U.S. and EU that marked a reprieve for the EU from the 30% tariffs Trump had threatened to impose as part of his sweeping Liberation Day tariffs. However, in the following months, tensions mounted over President Trump's threats to annex Greenland, a self-governing Danish territory. In January, the European Parliament suspended the approval of the trade deal. Since then, talks have again stalled over a dispute about steel and aluminium. Major European economies such as Germany and France have rejected U.S. plans to adjust tariffs on a wide range of goods. The current tariff rate is 15%, under a deal negotiated in July.